Hi everyone, today we are going to see the difference between XLOOKUP, VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP. So for that one I have downloaded few data which is related to the securities from NSE website. These data contains ticker, client name, quantity and price in a column wise and then the row wise. The above data, this data, whatever I selected, this data we will use for XLOOKUP and VLOOKUP, and these data we will use for HLOOKUP. You see the data is in rows, right? This is the headers and this is the data, and here the headers are in column and this is the data. So let's look at how we can use XLOOKUP, VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP. Okay, now let's look at how we can use the XLOOKUP. So previously I already shared you how we can create the filters. So I have already created the filters for these securities. For whichever security I want to pull the value, I have created the list. See, with the data validation, I have created this list. So for these particular tickers, we will try to pull the values like client name, quantity, price from these table for particular security by using XLOOKUP. XLOOKUP is very simple compared to the VLOOKUP, because in VLOOKUP we need to give column index and in HLOOKUP we need to give the row index. But in XLOOKUP we no need to give the any index number, column or row index number. We just need to select the particular column. That's how it is very simple to use. When we have a huge database, we have a hundred, sometimes we'll get a hundreds of column headers. On that time it is difficult for us to count the column from our lookup value. So let's use X lookup. So it is asking for the lookup value. Here it is the lookup value, comma, and then lookup array. So lookup array means whatever the security, whatever the value we are looking, it is there in which column in the particular table. If you see the ticker is first column, let's select the first column, right, comma, and return array. So what we need to return client name. Client name is there in which column? Column B. Right. Right. Now we can close and click on enter. See, now we got the name. So let's log the source values in this formula. Okay, so we just click on F4. It will automatically lock. Again F4, F4. Right. Right. Let's copy the same formula to pull the quantity and price. So why we lock the formula? Because whenever we want to copy the same formula to other column or row, it will not disturb the source values, right? See, it will not disturb the source value, but we need to change the return array based on the header quantity. Quantity is there in column C, right? So from B to C, we just need to change only a return reference, right? Quantity also copy. Next, price. Price is there in column D in the table, right? Let's see if the filters and formula working perfectly. We go here, just change the security. Right, we got column price. Everything is automatically changing, right? This is how we can do. And now let's look at VLOOKUP. So how it is work. As I said, the difference between the VLOOKUP and XLOOKUP is column number and row number. In the HLOOKUP, we need to give the row index number, and in VLOOKUP, we need to give the column index number. But in XLOOKUP, we no need to give any index number. We directly select the column. Let's give the VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP of I want to pull the detail for the security, comma, and it is asking for table array. So in the XLOOKUP, we directly select the columns, but now in VLOOKUP, first we need to give the table, from which table we need to pull the data, right? This is the table, comma, and it is asking for column index. Column index of what? Client name. So the value which we are pulling in column A. From this column A, the client name is in which column number? This is one. This is two. So it is in second column, comma. So you want to pull the exact match or precise match. We need exact match. False, right? This is how VLOOKUP works. Let's log this one. F4, 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 enter. So let's change this formula, copy this formula to the. So now again we need to here, we need to change the column index number. So quantity is in which column number? From ticker, because we are pulling with the ticker, right? 1, 2, 3. So here we need to change the column index number 3, right? For price, again we need to change the column index number 1, 2, 3, 4, right? It will be 4. So this is the problem with the VLOOKUP. But where in XLOOKUP, we is no need of giving any column index number. We directly select the lookup array and return array. That's it. So this is the difference between XLOOKUP and VLOOKUP. Now we will see the HLOOKUP. HLOOKUP will use it to pull the values from in row wise, like horizontally. VLOOKUP will work to pull the values vertically, right? So now I want to pull. So vertically means data should be look like this one. Horizontally means data should look like this one. Let's try to pull the values by using HLOOKUP from horizontal table, because it is HLOOKUP, right? Equal HLOOKUP. Now lookup value, comma, and table array. Say it's same like VLOOKUP, comma, row index. What is the row index of client name? 1, 2, right? 2. We need to pull the exact match. See, sometimes we'll get the error. And what we need to do, we need to check what is the error because of. So, right. Hmm, well, let's give the value from here. Let's look up like this, comma, table array. I'll try to pull for one security. Column index 2, comma, we need exact match. See, now it we got. Okay, this is the main difference between HLOOKUP, XLOOKUP, and VLOOKUP. Thank you for watching.